Hey guys, I'm CADMA here from Bit and Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From The Radio. We are here at Cradle Con, and Jay has some very interesting covers that caught my eye, like Dive Bomb. I mean, what's going on with these books here?
Well, Dive Bomb is an anthology book, 64 pages, and it is put together, the best way to explain it is a mailman with a jetpack. So during his day job, Dive Bomb goes and he delivers packages, but the government wants his technology. So he's constantly fighting off the government.
Is he going to work for Amazon? Because my stuff is always late, and I think it's really important.
He works for By Jove, and their catchphrase is, "I think we've got it."
So what I want to know is the technology that he has now, is it because it's far advanced from the government? Where did he get this technology? Was it out of a catalog that no one else seems to have?
The technology was passed down. So my story in that book is called Inheritance. So the idea is that it's passed down from his ancestors who were developing it, and then every ancestor tweaks it. So now my story called Inheritance involves his kid tweaking that technology.
I wish I had some cool technology that my ancestors had left me. That'd be freaking amazing. Now, in regards to character development, what is your favorite character? Thanks, Dive Bomb. So when it comes to creating that character, everyone says, the protagonists, they tend to speak to you. But outside of the protagonist, because it's never the favorite character, it's never the main character that's the favorite. Who's your favorite character in that book?
My favorite character would be Fuse, because she is a 9-year-old, and I happen to have a 9-year-old daughter. So I tend to write toward the kids, and happens to be daughters, because I have 2.
What does Fuse do in this book? Now I gotta know.
Fuse is the daughter of Dive Bomb, who is tweaking the jetpack and sneaking around behind her parents' back, playing superhero.
Oh my God, that's me. That was me as a kid. My mom was like, what is she into now? Wow, and you took the aspects of your kids. That's so sweet. Oh my God, you're freaking awesome. Now, this other book here that we have here, what's Saturn and Orion? I mean, what's going on with the stars?
Saturn, which you can see back here if you can get that. Saturn is a technological genius. She's young, early 20s, very arrogant, and she is fighting against her stepfather, who's Orion, and she's battling Zodiac, who's a master of mysticism, who's trying to sacrifice innocent people. And the premise behind that is that if he sacrifices an innocent soul, the olden gods will be happy and they won't destroy the earth. So Saturn gets wind of that and is trying to stop him.
That just took me for a whirlwind I was not prepared for. What was the inspiration for that?
A long time ago, I developed a character with a friend, and it just evolved over time. And then we were looking at technology, and the technology versus non-technology seemed to it called to me.
So, like, my sister, she lives, and I mean lives, for like all those like astrology readings and stuff like that. So do you do like backup research? Do you have like any Scorpios in there?
The internet's a wonderful tool. It really is. So when I'm looking at something like Zodiac, I'm looking at the astrology. I am looking at the phases of the moon and the times of the year that this would be good to put it in. So this book takes place around the winter solstice, which is Christmas. And that's the time frame of this god. They have to honor the god that comes around that time. Go ahead.
It's okay. Gods always just want us to sacrifice things. They're so selfish. That's a beautiful story. Now, in that story, who's your favorite character outside of the protagonist?
Ooh, the protagonist was my favorite character.
I know. I had a look in your face because it was like, that has to be daughter related. I was like, let's remove that one. Who's your second favorite?
My second favorite would have to be Zodiac, just because he's not wrong. When we think back, I think back to the ancient times. I think back to the Greek gods and the Mayan gods, and how human sacrifice was normal. So what happened? And that's where that character comes in. So he's remembering that some, like Noah, we had Noah's flood. Why did that happen? Maybe they forgot about the gods.
Ooh. My God, you got deep real quickly. Oh my God, you guys are learning some. No, it's fantastic. I love that. Any particular like mythology that inspires you? Because you've mentioned Mayan and Greek. I mean, any particular mythology you like the most? I love reading about like Chinese mythology. That's my forte. I love that.
I was always big into Greek mythology. Greek mythology, my mom's very Catholic, so I was very much into the Catholic Bible, so that tends to go into my writing now and again, but Greek mythology was...
Favorite god or goddess?
Probably Athena. I have daughters.
Oh my God! You know, but it's not, I don't even think it's just the fact that you just have daughters. I think it's just your personality. You seem to be like very like women gung ho. Oh my God, I love him. No wonder you're married. He's a fantastic guy. Listen, I'm gonna tell your wife, you have a wonderful catch. Make more. I really do like the fact that you have the strong characters are women. I think that's really cool, and I think your daughters can. I love the fact that they can go, look, that's me, with so much pride. That is absolutely incredible. Now, you seem to have the same issue, but I'm seeing multiple covers. Tell me the story about that.
So Ben Ferrari, the artist behind Saturn and Orion #1, is also the publisher of Pilot Studios. When he and I started this book, we launched a Kickstarter with 2 covers, and then a bunch of friends started approaching us asking if they can do an additional cover. So we ended up with 7 total covers when all was said and done, which was very interesting, and it makes for a wide variety of the same book, but I like it.
No, I think it's pretty wicked because then you can pick out the one that you like the most. Same story, but you get to pick your cover. You go, this is the one that I want the most. Now, I do have one other curious question here. I hear that it's possible that one of your daughters may be a writer, and she has something about, I don't know, something about Easter. I mean, what's going on? Is Easter fake or what happened?
So last Easter, I think my 2 daughters and my son, I do have a 6-year-old son, were just playing around, and she decided to write a story and asked me to read this story. And I started reading it, and my 9-year-old, being the way she is, cut me off and said, no, you have to read it out loud. So I started reading it out loud, and it's called The Fake Easter Story, and it's about the origin of the Easter Bunny and how he battled a poop emoji to save Easter and begin the tradition that became Easter. That was my 9-year-old. The whole room erupted and started laughing, and I worked it out that we could put it in Saturn and Orion #1 as a little backup story, so she was published at 9 years old.
Happy Father's Day. You get Dad of the Year. That is so awesome. Poop emoji. Oh my gosh, she's as creative as her father. She's gonna. You guys are absolutely like top notch here. Now, when are the next books coming out? So this way people can look forward to like, okay, now I can find out, the next book on see how Zodiac's doing, if he succeeds or maybe he doesn't succeed.
Saturn and Orion Book 2 is in the works. The script is written. We're just getting artists finalized. We do have a follow-up with Zodiac in it, which is called Zion Wars. That is mostly complete and should be out within a year. If you follow me at Huwer on Facebook or jasonhuwer.com, that will give you all the information you need. Find me on Twitter at jhuwer.
Now, what's the next part for Dive Bomb as this story continues with him? I mean, the government's chasing him. He's got Fuse with him running around. What's the next step for him? Is he gonna try to take him out? Is Fuse gonna just blow up and take them out? I'm sorry, I'm really corny today. What can we look forward to in Dive Bomb? What explodes?
Well, a pyramid. So Dive Bomb is also part of the Zion Wars. What happened there was it became a Pilot Studios crossover book where we united all the various heroes in Pilot Studios, including Saturn and Orion, including Dive Bomb, and a character called Sovereign, Henry Hitler, which is the son of Hitler. And they're all going to basically come together in this book as if they were the Avengers, and there may be a pyramid that explodes.
Yo, sign me up. I'm here. I am there. Oh my God, that's absolutely, that sounds like a lot of fun. And Henry Hitler, there were so many things that he just said right now. That was like, and then there's like Avengers. I was like, what? How did that? Mine explode. Sorry guys, knuckles a little bloody here. Had to punch a Nazi in the face. But anyway, totally interrupting our interview. But anyways, as you were saying, Jay, do we always punch Nazis?
We always punch Nazis. If you see a Nazi, please punch a Nazi.
Do you have like an instructional book that would assist me? Because what if I don't know how?
Well, we at Pilot Studios saw the events in Charlottesville, and we got together and wanted to put together a fundraiser book titled Always Punch Nazis. And the book is basically in response to the events that have been going on in the country, where it's time to do something to educate and fight back. So all proceeds to this book go to Southern Poverty Law. We are looking to launch a Kickstarter to help with the, getting the word out and sell some copies of the book to get a very nice donation. So it's a not-for-profit book about punching Nazis.
Now, what about the pages that you did particularly in this book?
It's an anthology. So I had a 3-page story drawn by Ben Ferrari, who also did Saturn and Orion. And my story, my take was it was a historical look at the United States and constantly ignoring the racism, constantly ignoring the fighting until finally you just can't ignore anymore and you have to step up and say, enough.
He's a superhero in real life. I just want you guys to know that.
I am not that cool.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there. You are very cool. Make sure you guys check out the Kickstarter and, go punch some Nazis. I really do like the fact, and I do appreciate the fact that you do have like these strong female characters, especially female characters that your own daughters inspired as well as can look up to all at the same time. You're going to get like Daddy of the Year for like every year. You dads out there, you guys... You got to amp up your game. I'm sorry. Like, you guys got to work on that. Make sure you guys check him out. Get the books. Maybe get all 7 covers. Definitely. And definitely keep up the amazing work.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Great. The lights are fixed. Hi, I'm the intern. I did something right this time.